My name is Tyler Beardall, and I've never killed a bull elk. I've been a hunting guide for 10 years, and I've filmed and produced hunts since I was 16.
Not only do I have to film, I gotta spot the bucks too.
That happens to be Tyler, our producer.
I've got an October 1st rifle elk tag in my pocket, and I'd seen some pretty good bulls. I mean, even the cattle were impressed. Usually this hunt is a slam dunk, taking 1 or 2 days to tag out, but this year, however, 2 days before the opener, all the elk seemed to disappear, leaving me searching high and low for my first bull. I've got a few days between guiding hunts to fill my tag, and the elk aren't cooperating. To make matters worse, I lost my cameraman after the first day and a half, meaning I'd be solo filming this hunt as well.
Last night, coming into the house here, I heard 2 or 3 different bugles just down here in the pasture. I glassed it a little bit. It's really bright out there with the moon right now. Couldn't see much. We're back at it again Monday, our last day until I'm back to guiding. So hopefully we can get some meat down.
Today I was ready to close the deal. The elk were bugling, and I was trying to determine the best place to cut them off. I had to cover a lot of ground to keep pace.
I gotta stop drinking so much Dr. Pepper. So I spotted our elk. There's a little square. That's actually property we can't hunt, right in the middle of all the stuff we can't hunt. So I'm gonna slip up here and get set up and just pray that he steps outside of that square.
The group of elk were moving further into the area I could not hunt, but at least I had finally found a shooter.
That's the guy I'm looking for right there. Maybe he'll get a wild hair and run back down here. Please. I'm begging. There's a little section right here that's one of the neighbor's properties, so we can't hunt it. It's just a tiny little square, and that's where they are. I don't know if I'll be able to get out tonight or not. We've got a couple of deer hunters coming in. The deer hunt starts tomorrow, so we were about 150 yards short by the time we popped up and saw them. They had crossed the fence and about 100 yards, 150 yards over the fence. And anyway, hindsight's 20/20. That's where they are, where we can't shoot them right now. So we will just wait and see what happens. If we get lucky, we gotta get some luck at some point. Absolutely beautiful morning though.
On day 5, Lady Luck still refused to show up. I would continue hunting the rest of the morning until the deer clients came into camp. After hearing the situation, they insisted that I set up and try to kill the bull from that morning in what would be the last chance to fill my tag.
They came right up this bottom this morning, and typically when they do that, they come right back down the same way, so that's what I'm hoping they do tonight. They weren't bothered or anything this morning. I'm just gonna get some elevation, get set up right here on top of this little ridge. There's 2 bulls in here, and honestly, if either one of them gives me a shot, I'll probably take it. I'm at the point now where, you'd love to kill a big bull, but you'd also love to have a freezer full of meat, so hopefully we can make it happen here, the last hunt.
The promise I had felt was fading quickly. After sitting in silence for nearly 3 hours, I began to think the elk would probably wait to move down until dark. Just as I was about to pack things up, my hope was renewed.
So it's been silent. I finally just heard a bugle, just right up here where they went in. So hopefully they weren't down. They do it quick because we're running out of light fast. So I can see the elk. They're on the ridge that I'm on, and they're working this way. So it's about to get real. I think it's the smaller of the 2 bulls I saw this morning, but I'll shoot him if he gives me a chance. I need some meat.
I had wondered the majority of this hunt how it would all work out with me filming and hunting at the same time. I'm passionate about both, and to be honest, when it came down to it, I had no idea how it happened. The bull and his cows were headed my way at just over 200 yards, and I knew it was getting close to the end of legal shooting lights, so I had to take the first opportunity that I felt comfortable with. I was in the last minutes of the last chance to fill my tag, so I set the camera the best I could, hoping that it would somehow turn out.
Oh my gosh, I'm shaking so bad right now. I'm gonna get things kind of packed up, and I'm gonna head up that way and take a look at him. So, I'm so pumped right now.
I took one last look to get a landmark, and as I headed that way, the red light on the camera made it so difficult to see. I nearly walked right past the bull, and I was so excited, he actually scared the crap out of me.
Holy crap. He's right here. Saw this bull this morning. He was right up here on a landlocked parcel of the neighbor's property right here that we can't hunt on. So he was safe this morning. There was nothing I could have done about it. It was a little frustrating. But I knew if he was in this area, there was probably a good chance he was going to come back the same way. So came in, got set up, just kind of putting all of our eggs in this basket, hoping to get it done tonight. And sure enough, about 20 minutes before legal shooting light, they started coming down, and 200 yards. Hit him, he went down. I looked at the clock, it was 7:16. Legal shooting light ended at 7:23, so couldn't be happier. This is my first elk. You know, I talk to a lot of people, and you know that they know I'm a guide, and they ask me how many bulls I've killed or what's my biggest bull, and I say, well, I've never actually ever killed a bull myself. And so, man, I couldn't be happier with this. It was one of those experiences you'll never forget, where it was, you know, pushed you mentally. Really, this hunt kind of stretched me out mentally, and thankfully I was able to get it done on the last night, so I'm happy.